Dating 101. Less is more. We hear that a lot, right? But what does it really mean? Well, it can have various meanings depending on what you're talking about. But when it comes to first dating, the first date and the second date, less is more. Keep this in mind. If you're out on a date with somebody and they're asking you questions, pay attention to the questions that they're asking, because typically people lead with what is important to them. So pay attention to that. At the same time, don't give much. Meaning, leave a little mystery. Don't go in there and explain, your life story, because they don't want to hear this. That comes, let them get to know you organically. Meaning, let them do the work. Don't go in there and spill your guts, because they don't want to hear it and you're going to scare them away. So, if they ask you, it's usually the typical questions. What do you do for fun? Blah, blah, blah. Pay attention to that and turn it around. That way you get that information. And use hypotheticals. I love hypotheticals when you're first getting to know somebody, because it is a way to gain information without appearing to be invasive. When you're on a first or second date, the last thing you want to do is come off as invasive and demanding. Because if you want to know all this information about somebody, but you're not willing to do the work to earn it, you don't deserve it. Keep it simple. And if you pay attention to what they're talking about and what they're asking you, you can get a lot of information that way. It's always better to listen rather than speak. And I know we as people, it's a basic human need that we want to be known. But you don't want to be known by a virtual stranger. Okay? That should be kept for somebody who you're getting close to. As time evolves, you don't want to share it all right in the beginning, because they're not going to listen, number one, and they're probably not going to want to go out with you again, because it's just too overwhelming, because that screams baggage right there. It may not be baggage, but it screams baggage, and it will have somebody running for the hills. So, if you really want to, get information but not come across as being overly invasive to somebody, use a hypothetical, because you can decipher a lot from that. And that's another thing. Don't try to decode everything like to the extreme. You do not want to go fishing. Dating is not fishing. Okay? There has to be some level of getting to know somebody organically, and you have to allow that to happen. You don't need to rush in and dive in and spill your guts and start being demanding right off the bat, because that's not attractive. It's just not. And I don't think it's attractive to anybody. So keep that in mind, that less is more. The less you give, the more benefit you'll get. It's a fact. Because there's that dopamine element. And in order to kind of trigger that, and you have to allow it to happen. And you have to allow yourself to hold back as much as you want to be known, because you're so awesome, I get it. But make them earn it. If you don't make them earn it, then what you're screaming is that you're needy, you're insecure. Do you want to be known as those things? Of course not. Nobody does. So don't act that way. Listen. That's the most important thing when you're first going out with somebody. Listen to what they say and what they ask you. Because, like I said, people typically lead with the things that they value the most. So pay attention to that. But don't give too much too soon. Make them earn it. And that's okay. You'll have better results, trust me. Good luck.